So this is actually the Season 1 trailer for Cold War as well as Warzone. And it's pretty nuts what they show in it. I kind of got to watch it on the Game Awards. We'll kind of watch through it and we're going to talk about all the content. I'm going to have timestamps because there's a lot of information in this video. I don't know how long it's going to be, but I'm going to try and cover everything. Let's go ahead and get into the trailer.
He's a piece himself. He won't live long enough to work that out.
So they're showing off the original Alcatraz map. And they give details in their blog, so I'm going to read through all of that information. Kind of hard to tell how it looks because it's done in a cinematic way. You can't really tell if it's in-engine, if it's Cold War, or if it's Warzone or Modern Warfare. Showing off all the kinds of maps, guns, skins, operators. Like, there's just too much content. I think I would almost bet that this is the most content I've ever seen in Call of Duty history at one time. New streaks, new vehicles, new modes. It's just absurd the amount of stuff they're putting into this Season 1 drop. Raids coming back, obviously we knew that. Gunfights coming back if you're a Modern Warfare fan for that. It's just nuts.
I won't show him.
2 new gulags. This is the gulag that we're watching right there. They kind of blended both gulags there. There's one gulag that's new for Verdansk, and there's another gulag that is specifically for Rebirth Island. There's going to be 2 new Gulag Experiences.
Kill the rest.
And this is a brand new operator, which we'll get as part of Season 1. It's disgusting how much content's in this. So we'll go through all this. I'm going to link this article too. So if you want to read through it, skim it, what's important to you, what's not. If maybe you felt like I breezed through an area a little too quick, definitely make sure you go ahead and click that link and kind of read through that. If you do enjoy the video, learn something new, please do me a favor, hit that like button. If you're brand new, want to find your way back for more Call of Duty content, just make sure you subscribe with notifications on. Let's go ahead and go through this. So we're going to get 3 new operators. We're going to get Stitch, which looks like this dude. I'm going to kind of breeze through because there's a lot of information. Then we're going to get in season. This is going to be mid-season, which likely means it'll be in the store based off previous experience with Modern Warfare. Usually anything that was in season was guaranteed to be in the store. If it's at launch, that's likely means that it will be part of the Battle Pass or also could potentially be in the store. So there's that. And then we get in scene Zayna. I think that's how you say that. So that would be the 3 characters. So we get this one guaranteed. It looks like he has multiple variants because that's not necessarily how he looked in the trailer. And then we also have these other ones, Bulldozer and Zayna. We also get 5 new weapons. 2 are red guns, I believe. So we got this SMG, which is the MAC-10. Kind of talked about it. They showed up in challenges. So people were able to find out a little bit about that. And this will be available at tier 15, which is also like what we guessed. As we go through, we got an all-assault rifle called the Groza, and that's going to be at tier 31, also like we guessed. It says it's going to have a fast fire rate and impressive damage range, so expect that one to be very strong. As we go through here, they are showing off various 2v2 maps and other local, other parts that they're adding as far as content as we go through these. There's also going to be a shotgun in season. This is going to be one that's part of a challenge, very similar to what we saw with the crossbow, the Bruin, the Rytech. You're going to have to do some in-game challenge to unlock this. And likely, if it's in season, that means it'll typically be easier to do in multiplayer. The same that we saw it with Shipment being super easy to get a lot of the guns, especially if you missed out on some. To unlock them, it was super easy, like on Shipment, probably Nuketown in this case for Cold War. In Warzone, you got to do something. It's a little bit more challenging, especially if it's, depending on the challenge. So that's where having the game will be a little bit more important. If you actually want to unlock weapons as easy as possible, like with the Growl, you needed like 15 kills, X number of times, but you could do that like really quickly. So we'll see kind of how they balance out some of those challenges. This is the fastest fire rate in its class. Sounds like it's going to be disgusting. Larger ammo pool and then its brethren. When it says that, it's comparing it to the other Cold War shotguns, which there's only 2 of them. This is a fully automatic shotgun designed to clear out rooms from multiple foes. Prior to your gunsmithing, expect slightly reduced damage, but will be reliable weapon control. So before, there's going to be an attachment that increases damage. That'll make it a little bit more viable. The melee weapon, which you can see here, pretty straightforward. And then we also have the wakizashi. Hopefully I said that right. I probably butchered that. It looks like a katana to me. I don't know the difference enough of swords, but it's a sword with this person with the biker helmet. And then we got new multiplayer modes. And then these ones say in season, complete related challenge to obtain a free base weapon or purchase a bundle. So this is the same thing that we had in Modern Warfare with the Kadashi stick. So new modes. Gunfight is coming. Obviously, that's new to Cold War, not new to Modern Warfare. So they're going to be bringing that in with a lot of maps. And then there's also going to be Prop Hunt 6v6. This is launch week, so right away, either that Tuesday or that Friday when they rotate the the playlist over. So the launch, it might not necessarily be there on launch day, being part of launch week. It might actually come on Friday. If you never played Prop Hunt, basically one team tries to be props. They all disappear, blend into the background. They start beeping at a certain occasion, and then people try to shoot all the way around the map. This usually gets balanced by the weapon type on the enemy team. You just go back and forth until one team ends up winning. That's pretty much how that part goes. Longer you survive, you get more score. See right here, automatically whistles every 20 seconds. Dropkick is a 6v6 mode. I think a lot of people were thinking this was part of the Dirty Bomb mode because it was actually on the menu. There was a little bit of an in-game quote-unquote leak where it showed, hey, jump into Dropkick. It says frantic game of nuclear hot potato featuring two teams, each vying for control of a special and extremely important briefcase. Round begins with each team racing to the location. Nuclear briefcase and attempting to pick it up. Once grabbing the briefcase, it is automatically equipped as a powerful pistol. So this is maybe where that came through. That was supposed to be like a specialist weapon that was also a Scorestreak, which is kind of like the Annihilator. But it's ideally up to the rest of the team to keep the briefcase carrier safe. So maybe it won't be as strong as I think. And the team will be gain access to launch codes, as well as an ever-increasing score for their team. If you die, the team control the briefcase switches back. First to 200 wins. So pretty straightforward there. Hardpoint 12v12 in combined arms is going to be disgusting. Hopefully they add a lot more maps into the rotation because currently they just have the 4 maps. Every favorite King of the Hill mode gets even bigger. Combined arms, hardpoint. The rules are simple. 2 teams fight for the ownership of hardpoints as it rotates throughout the map, earning points for time spent inside the zone. Much like 6v6 version, hardpoint goes to the first team to reach the score limit and the team with the highest score when the time runs out. Miami also joins combined arms. We already saw that. They've already put it into the rotation, giving players a total of 4. All right, so they're not adding anything in that side. Pines is a brand new 6v6 map, a part of launch week. Don't be surprised if they put this as part of its own playlist. They normally do that when DLC drops to get people to play the new maps. Because a lot of times if you put new maps with the current maps, people are very comfortable with current maps. So they don't even play the new map because they don't feel comfortable. So they kind of force you with they might bribe you with the XP or whatever. There's different incentives to play the new maps. So they got that. And then Raid is coming back. If you never played Raid before in BO2, it is one of the best maps in CoD history, at least from a fan perspective. I personally had a lot of fun playing it. Straightforward map. I know there's a lot of clips from old school kind of YouTube with this, so it should be pretty fun. Traditional 3-lane map. And then Nuketown is coming back with the holiday version. Obviously, this is going to replace Nuketown until a certain amount of time, and then we'll just get regular Nuketown back in the rotation. So it'll just be this nighttime with holiday decorations. And we go through, we got the game show. So this is part of the 8 maps they're including. Kind of a little bit of a throwaway because personally, I'm not a fan of 2v2. I know some people aren't a fan of 6v6, vice versa with 12v12. So they give us something a little bit for everybody. But Gunfight coming back into this, they're going to have a game show map. They're going to have an ICBM map, as well as a KGB map, which these don't look like reproduced maps from other maps. So it looks like, completely new concepts. And something to think about is sometimes these types of things can be converted into POIs within Warzone, the same that we saw with Ground War, seeing those types of things within there as well. The U-Ban, or U-Bon, I believe that is. And then we also go through, they got a couple different screenshots in here. This one looks like a Dirty Bomb map. It's called Sanatorium. It's just basically a map. Project Galova. New tools of the trade. New Scorestreak is the Harp. And this is the advanced UAV, the Hater from, you know, previous Treyarch games and, you know, obviously Infinity Ward games. It's high-flying stealth aircraft, high-altitude reconnaissance plane, shows both enemy player position and the direction, which is a little triangle, so it looks like teammates on the map, giving a key advantage during the end-game moments of a multiplayer match. So I wonder if they're going to restrict that so you can only call it in later on. I don't know. Supposedly it's supposed to be 7,000 score. Some people found it inside the game files already. Tactical wrap. This looks like it's specifically for fire team. So I wouldn't really worry too much about that if you're not playing that mode. They're also going to add 2 new zombies modes. They got the Jingle Hells, a limited time die machine into more of a winter wasteland than a wonderland. And there's plenty of cheer to keep you in the Yuletide mood. Except a variety of festive firepower to augment the offensive capabilities, including snowballs that can freeze enemies. Stocking power-ups present you with the extract from frozen foes and special prize waiting inside of snowman. So instead of maybe the little crystals you can smash, there's going to be snowmen. You can smash those and stuff will pop up. Looks like also they're going to have a limited time mode called Cranked. A limited time mode, both literally and figuratively. Season challenges. So they're going to be brand new challenges. Obviously our rank is going to be reset to 1, which is technically rank 56. So it'll be Prestige 1, Level 1. And then you're going to go ahead and level up from there. There's going to be, in Cold War, expect 2 collections, 20 calling cards related to multiplayer, and 20 calling cards related to zombies, with each calling card becoming accessible in both collections at every 10 season levels. So it'll just kind of go up and you'll just get both for playing the game. Be sure to aim at level 200 because that's like Prestige Master in this game. And then you can continue going all the way to level 1000 and you get special rewards, which they're going to talk about right here. Once unlocked, you'll be able to continue earn progress completing these during the future seasons. New Prestige level system for launch week. You're going to reset to season level, reset to 1, and keeping your creative class constant. So you're not going to lose anything. You're going to be forced to Prestige and go back to level 1. And then you'll be able to get all the way up to first level 200, as well as a new weapon blueprint as follows. So they're following the kind of concept that we just had in this one. You get to level 150, you get a blueprint. This one is going to be a little bit longer season, so it's going to be level 200. You're going to get a blueprint of some kind. Same thing we saw with Modern Warfare by reaching level 155. Level 50, you get a prestige emblem, a prestige key, a weapon blueprint, battle pass tier 100. You're basically getting the same thing minus a blueprint. Same thing minus a blueprint. You're going to get a tier skip, which is cool. You just get extra bonus tier skips. New prestige emblem, prestige key, battle pass tier skip, master prestige calling card, which I mentioned, and then all seasonal challenges unlocked. New prestige key every 50, and this is just going to allow you to buy cosmetics in game. I believe it's going to be emblems. As right now, that's kind of what it is. Warzone content. That we've covered a lot, but we haven't even got into the Warzone content, which obviously right here we got Rebirth Island, 3 different operators, which are all Cold War operators. Warzone delivers a massive free content, including an entirely new battle royale experience called Rebirth Island. This is launch week, so that's right away. An illicit Soviet raided and shut down with the CIA in 1968. During the operator, Russell Alder caught and forcibly interrogated the base commander, Victor Stitch Kuzmin, which is the brand new operator. The facility was rebuilt and recommissioned by Stitch in 1984. So that's like 20 years later or so, with one purpose: the creation and testing of deadly Nova 6 gas. Part prison, part chemical bioweapons manufacturing and testing facility. The entire island has dozens of locations to explore, and that's just POIs, including laboratories, barracks, decontamination areas, and a hilltop prison block where unspeakable acts have been perpetrated. And obviously that's more of that zombies map, Blood of the Dead, Mob of the Dead type of stuff. Expect intense close quarter action similar to Warzone's mini BR mode as Rebirth Island. We kind of talked a little about this. Probably going to have a 75 player count. We don't know. It doesn't necessarily say. Planned playlist includes trios and quads with a lower player count than Verdansk. There's going to be a brand new Gulag experience in Verdansk. So the one that we go in under prison is not going to be the same. It's time to step out of the Gulag showers as a prisoner of Warzone, and now you're dragged into an interrogation room, strapped into a chair, then thrown into an all-new Gulag where the 1v1 battle rules are similar, but the arena is completely different. So it's a good little map change. Watch from a spectator gantry, spraying, punching, and lobbing rocks at adversaries before entering the secret training facility. So you're still going to be able to spectate it the same way that we're looking at here. You'll be able to watch, I guess, from the platform, and then you'll be able to see what happens here. It's a little bit of a mini Nuketown looking things. There's a second new gulag. For Rebirth Island, it's going to have its own separate gulag coming to Warzone. Deep below the surface is a prison block, so they're kind of basically reusing that, but I think it's going to look a little different. As we can see here, it does look a little bit different. And then it says that you're dragged into an ominous new arena during traditional battle royale modes. So obviously, if it's an LTM that maybe doesn't allow for respawns, you're not going to have this. Classified location has a grim history. Certain inmates were experimented on as part of the Perseus plot to turn the tide of the Cold War. The new 1v1 experience is centered around the chamber in the question, which prisoners of Warzone are starting on one end, the hallway, and that run parallel to center of room. All of these passwords offer a quick route across the floor. Both of them have metal detectors that will go off whenever our operator passes them. That's a little interesting. Adding an additional element of strategy that intends duel of survival. And reminder, your fellow prisoners can still lob rocks at you into the arena while they're waiting for their shot at the second shot. And then there's also a resurgence mode, which is, it seems like an LTM. It says, think you're dead. It's not over yet. This is for Rebirth Island. On respawning as a key to victory, scavenge caches and gear up as normal, hunt down other squads and focus on dropping every last one of them. Otherwise, you'll be liable to respawn and seek revenge. If you're taken down, there's no time for the gulag battle in this mode. Instead, watch your squad mates so you'll spectate and hope you survive long enough for the countdown to hit a certain timer. This is kind of something that we had as a regular mechanic within Blackout's Alcatraz, where you had a certain number of lives. Once the timer hit a certain amount, everyone respawned at the same time. Timer certain amount, respawn at the same time. If you missed that timer, ran out of lives, you couldn't come back. So it looks like it's a play on that, which you'll automatically drop back into the fray. It doesn't say what loadout you'll have when you come back, but you will drop back. There's also a new vehicle in season. It says bring death for Verdansk and Rebirth Island. There's an attack helicopter. I'm really a fan of these types of things. But with one major exception, mounted on both of the helicopter side rails, belt fade machine gun can be controlled by a few squad members. So obviously that's not going to be available in solos. Finding attack helicopter is not only a boon for those looking for a rapid travel option, but also raining down bullets. This seems like this is going to be a little toxic. Hopefully it's only an LTM, since that is a little bit broken. We'll see how strong they are though. Cold War content integration, additional operators launch week. At the start of season 1, expect the Milsim operator song Vargas to become available in Warzone along with Stitch. All the other launch day operators are already in Warzone, providing you unlock necessarily challenges related to them, so you can unlock more skins of them rather. Content integration. All 30 weapons are going to be added. We kind of talked about this. Season 1 will also allow for the Groza AR, the Mac 10 SMG to become available in both games once you reach that specific tier limit. Also, Black Ops Cold War content integration progression launch week. The progression system that links XP between all of them becomes the same. Here's what to expect. When season 1 drops, expect your season will be synchronized. We kind of went through all of this. It's kind of a little bit older information. This was available in the store, the endowment pack. Plenty of more stuff in the store, but there's also going to be Mastercrafts are coming back. If you didn't play Black Ops 4, there were things called Mastercrafts, which basically overhaul the entire look of your gun. Very similar to blueprints, in my opinion, but sometimes it goes a little bit of an extra layer further because even when you equip a different attachment, it still has that definitive look that you basically pay for, that the blueprints do miss. Because you change certain attachments, you literally lose the entire blueprint. I don't necessarily promote them because I don't normally buy them myself. If you want to go ahead and buy them, cool. I don't have a creator code, so go ahead and use somebody who does, so at least they get a little bit of credit on that. There's going to be download, which we already had, for Monday the 7th. So all the big bulk of the download is already done, it looks like. And then there will be an update brought to you with the host of quality life improvements as we get the official start of the 16th. It'll be available at 11 Pacific Standard Time on Tuesday, December 15th, which means it's going to be 2 a.m. So middle of the night on the 16th for the East Coast. And it'll be like 6 a.m. probably for EU or something like that. And that's pretty much it. This is the longest update video I think I've ever covered. Oh, hopefully you guys like the content that's coming. There's going to be tons of videos on it, and I'm pretty excited because there's a lot of stuff to cover and a lot of stuff that I'm actually very interested in, regardless if it's Cold War or Warzone. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. Hit the like button if you made it to this point. If you want to find your way back, subscribe with notifications on. Appreciate all supporting the content. Thank you for watching. As always, have a great day.